Hello my dear beautiful bastards and welcome back to Skyrim Special Edition. Today we'll be looking at some player homes and custom buildings that can be added to the PS4 version of the game. We all know that our character deserves some privacy, because molesting followers in public can be very problematic. We'll start by visiting the first village that we encounter when starting the game, Riverwood. There is a mod that adds a nice little cottage to the far end of this location, which is completely free and ready to be used, similar to most followers. It features a fireplace with a cooking station, an alchemy station, and a pretty cool looking bed. I personally like the bed the most because I like to give my followers the illusion of comfort and safety, and this bed really helps. So once they pass out, I drag them off the bed and fun begins. This is a pretty cool addition to the game that can make adventuring a bit easier, because you get your own home with chests and stations right away. I don't really like the positioning though, it feels like the water isn't hitting the foundation, which makes it look wrong, but then again very few people will even notice it from behind, so it's fine. However, there is another mod that adds a player home nearby. Hunter's Cabin is located slightly outside of Riverwood, up on the hill. The location is really well crafted, and in order to access it, a small quest needs to be completed. Upon finding a note, we must visit the Ember Shard mine, which is right around the corner. There will be bandits all over the place which will need to be killed in order to get the house key. It, along with a small note and the hunter's body, can be found very quickly in a room in the middle of the mine. Once with the key, we can open the house and grab the bow and arrows located on the chest. The house itself is beautifully designed, it really fits the theme of a hunter's cabin, and pretty much everything about it is great. I absolutely love the addition of a small quest that gives meaning to the cabin and the process of accessing it. It is so simple and yet effective, because you will likely do this quest as soon as you start playing the game, and I feel like starting the game with a small quest to unlock a player home is a great way to introduce the player to Skyrim. We can move a bit further now and visit Rorikstead. A custom castle called Ragnar is right outside of the village, and while I don't think it fits too well, it is kinda cool. The outer area features a couple of useful items, while the inside has pretty much everything you could need, ranging from alchemy tables, mannequins, to workshops and weapon racks. It doesn't have any quests, lore or special details about it. It is simply a castle that can be used as a home when you're nearby. Useful, but it would be great if it had some more meaning, since it's a castle. Next we can visit Whiterun. Right outside the stables, a mod adds Arcadia's Farm, a wonderful little structure that lets you grow plants, access workshops, store items, and it has a custom NPC that can become a wife. The notebook within the house contains various recipes that might be useful and get you some extra money if you decide to sell them. I like this mod because it adds a potential victim, and those are always nice to have. It is also a good location that really fits in the environment. If you didn't know it was a mod, I doubt you'd notice it. Since we're at Whiterun, I could mention Bree's home. Since this location doesn't offer crafting stations, a mod adds them through a cellar within the house. It has all stations necessary to craft whatever you may need, and it could be useful if you opt to not use the others. We can do a quick jump to Solitude now. There is a mod that adds a structure called Books of Skyrim, and it is situated in the middle of the location. It's not a player home, but a bookstore, owned by Arnora Oria, who is a part of that family from Cyrodiil, and she also has a kid. Unfortunately, the existence of the kid prevents the possibility of intercourse on her bed, which is very sad because we all know how sick librarians are, but it's fine, at least we got some books. In case you don't like books, but instead really like fish, the Selman Shack near the Solitude sawmill might be for you. It is a very simple shack that adds some food and a safe chest, in case you need one. The addition of the safe chest makes it useful, so feel free to check it out. Now we can take a look at the Dovahkiin Keep, a massive castle located near the abandoned prison. It features a huge armory with mannequins, chests and weapon racks, as well as barracks with beds and more chests. The basement has a chest with a lot of items and gold, which might feel like cheating since it is free and very easy to get. It looks great, but I believe it lacks purpose and life, aside from the puppy. Wait, let me fix that. It lacks NPCs, and I think these items in the basement should be removed, or at least some of them should. Overall, it is a nice addition to the game, especially due to the great design. We'll move on to special locations now, places that are large and in a different plane of existence compared to Skyrim. The first one is the Rentspire Palace. It is located in the Canyon of Tears, and it is quite massive. It features a ton of detailed rooms, items, and even has several new followers.
I've got your back.
Oh, no need, stay in bed, please, I got your back. But yeah, this place is very cool. There are hidden switches that open hidden rooms with various items and equipment, and the overall design is very impressive. It is a bit of a shame that there is no backstory to it, because that is what I like the most. Such a large location needs to have at least one custom quest that links it to Skyrim in some way, otherwise it loses its charm, no matter how great it looks. The second special location we'll be taking a look at is Fort Nissis, located east of Windhelm. When arriving for the first time, it is necessary to murder a bunch of reavers before we can safely roam through the place. Once cleared, it is pretty awesome. The Morrowind design is very impressive and makes you question what if Morrowind could get remastered like this. The rooms within the fort are also very well done. There's pretty much everything in there, including a massive creepy room filled with mannequins. This location is perfect in case you want your followers to start molesting each other while you adventure through Skyrim. There are plenty of beds everywhere, and the Morrowind theme should make things even better, especially if they decide to start eating some of those mushrooms. The modder plans to add updates and fixes to potential problems, so you can expect this location to get even better over time. I'm a big fan of creative builds, and you probably know that considering all of my Fallout 4 settlements, but I would really like to see more context. Either a quest or two, or simply notes that explain certain aspects of these player homes. Hunter's Cabin is the perfect example, and is so far my favorite mod that can work with the PS4. If all of these mods are functional, that means that it should be possible to create custom quests with custom locations, but I guess we'll see in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching, and make sure to let me know if you find any mods that you want me to showcase. I have been Petard, your glorious lord, and may the blessings of Petardia eternally touch your butt.